am Christy Simpson. Today's question is, how can I keep, quote, the choir quiet during a dress rehearsal and or performances? How can I keep the regular choir kids from talking on stage and even during the performance? From Jocelyn. And this is a great question. I know this is something that we all deal with, keeping the kids quiet when they're rambunctious and they're excited or they're bored and things like that. The first thing I think I would say is always try to keep everyone included. That's one of the things that I really want to focus on. I don't like just letting the 6 superstar kids do the fun stuff and then the rest of the kids, we just put them on a cattle call in the back. I just hate that because number one, it makes them bored and then they act out and they talk and then they ruin it for everybody else. And number two, I think it's important that we train everybody up and teach them that we're all important in the body of Christ and we all have a vital role to play. So when I write my musicals, I try to give opportunities for you to include lots of people doing different things. So one of the ways you will keep your kids more quiet is if you give them fun things to do. So if they need to remember that after song 2, when they say this word, when they say the word swarm, we're all going to raise our hands in the air and jump around, or something like that. I know that's silly, but I do that with my kids. And then you look for superstars and you say, okay, today I'm going to look for superstars in the choir and I'm going to give out a special award for the choir kids that best remember to do those movements that you're going to do when this happens. Now, it might be a movement, it might be something else, it might be, being the crowd that does this, or saying, you all get to come forward and be on the stage for this song. I don't mean the stage, but the floor, like the ground level. You're all going to come forward, you're going to do this special dance, then you're going to go back up to your risers after. Just think of creative, fun things to do that make it more interesting. Because if they have more to occupy their brain, they're going to be less likely to be bored and talk, because that's usually when we lose them, when they get bored. And frankly, that's when you lose adults too. When we're concentrating and when there's a lot to think about, we're much more attentive and, less likely to talk. And you caught my second idea, which is reward them. So always, but don't do it like as a bribe, do it as an incentive beforehand. So say at this dress rehearsal, I'm looking for 5 choir kids who stand still the best and who smile the best. And then reward them with something. Single out the choir. Have them do something different. I don't know. I mean, the sky is the limit. Create, and I know so many of you are good at this, creating special things for groups of kids to do that aren't the lead roles. It just breaks my heart when I see big choirs where there's kids that don't really get to do anything exciting. And sometimes I know it's hard because you have so many kids and it's hard to focus on that many, but we all win in the end if everybody's being quiet and everybody's participating. So I think it's better to, even if you can't do it, put someone else in charge of creating fun little things for your choir to do and then watching them and following up on it. Have them do movements. That's why I like choreography, because it gives everybody something to do. But give them special little things that they are in charge of, that they can succeed at and be proud of. And then hopefully you will see a lot less disruption during your performances and your dress rehearsals.